In our last video we installed this concrete countertop, and in this video we're going to be installing the sink in it. So to install the sink we're going to need some components here. We've got the brackets that came with the sink to mount it, we've got some silicone, plumbing fittings with P-trap, we've got our connection here so that we can hook the dishwasher up, and then we've also got this blue tape. Probably wondering what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to use this blue tape to mark around the outside edge of our sink so we can lift the sink out of the place, put down a bead of silicone, and then set it back in place. So to mount the sink permanently in place, you've got these swivel brackets that go onto the bottom of the sink. It's got two holes here that you put screws up into the sink, and then you swivel this bracket over to the bottom of your countertop and tighten down this screw to hold it in place. Now we're going to go to the installation of the faucet, and we've chosen to go with this matte black finish faucet, and we'll get started on the installation right now. Some of these pipes are too long, so I'm going to have to mark them, cut them, and then we'll be able to install them. Now I'm going to have to run some water to inspect for leaks and see if this installation is complete. Well, it's looking pretty good right now. Don't see any leaks, so I gotta check the other side and then verify there's no leaks coming from that pipe. And if it all looks good, then this installation on the sink is complete. Just one thing left to check is run the dishwasher and make sure that it's not leaking whenever it goes to drain. And so far, everything's looking pretty good. It's been a pretty good install. So the dishwasher is draining now. Not seeing any signs of leaking yet. Now that the concrete's nice and cured, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to seal this concrete countertop here. First thing I got to do is clean it up really good, so I'm just going to run a damp rag over it and try to make sure that there's no dust particles or anything left on this countertop before we start applying the sealer. To seal the countertop here, I'm going to be using this Chain concrete countertop sealer. This is the best choice for kitchen and bathroom countertops. If you don't believe me, just read the bottle. It says so right here. But before I get started applying the sealer to the countertop, I'm going to take some blue tape and tape up the edges of the sink so I can protect the sink. Probably would have been better to do this before the sink was installed, but we needed to use the sink since this is our home and we needed to wash dishes after we ate dinner. So I'm going to tape up the edges of the sink and then we'll get started applying the sealer. So the instructions say the first thing we got to do is saturate the countertop with water and let it penetrate. So I got this spray bottle here just full of water, just a generic spray bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and spray the entire countertop down and let the water saturate and penetrate into the concrete. So next I'm going to get started with mixing up and diluting the sealer a little bit. It says to use 1 part water and 1 part sealer for the first coat, but I'm going to use 1 part sealer and 2 parts water just to dilute a little bit more so we'll get a little bit better penetration and make sure we got a good seal. It says it can be easily applied just using a clean rag. So I'm going to use a clean rag. I'm going to wear gloves while I'm applying the sealer so I don't get any all over my hands. Let's get started. Now for the second coat, I'm going to go ahead and make the mixture 50% water and 50% sealer. Now I'm going to put a third coat on with just full strength sealer. So the instructions on the sealer say to wait 30 minutes and then apply 1 additional coat. So now I gotta wait 30 minutes. So we've completed the sealing of the countertop and installation of the sink. I think it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you think below in the comments. Also, I want to give you one more tip. In order to tell that you've got a good seal on your countertop, what you can do is get a little bit of water, pour it on the countertop. If it pulls up and the countertop does not turn a darker color, then you've got a good seal. Well, that's all we've got for this video. If you liked it, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's free after all, so it can't hurt to give it a shot. And if you hit the bell notification, you can do like this guy and hang out with us for all of our future content. Been enjoying it for about a week now, and completed the sink install and sealing the concrete countertop. I want to show you real quick just how you can seal it.
Where you back
Now we're going to move to the installation of the faucet, and for what we've got here, we've chosen in this video I'm going to be showing you how we install this sink.